The end of war, an end to violence. That is today's topic. Turning your swords into plowshares, your spears into prune hooks, your guns into something more useful. Well, Americans, I don't hate to say it. Yet again, you were wrong. Your founding principles, everything that your country is about is old hat, old news. Put it aside. Doesn't need to be here anymore. You don't need your guns. And you don't need them for self-defense, as you would put it. I don't know, go out there and look for it. Go ahead and look for it. Look for a pistol, a rifle, a shotgun. Look for one that has defense in the title. Try not to ignore the word assault when picking up your nearest rifle, especially the semi-automatic and automatic rifles, many of which are assault rifles, the opposite of defense. You don't need it. I promise you this. Isaiah verse 2 and verse 4, or chapter 2 verse 4, says, And he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war any more. I'm just going to keep reading, because I know you like that scripture. What do you think about that, God's people? It's good to have you with us. I'm the Civil Liaison for the Ecumenical Order of Christ. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. And please, I implore you, do not celebrate Independence Day, the day of rebellion against the crown. No, because the King is here. The King is back. Today is a day to celebrate with your Raelite family in dedication to the King and in obedience to the crown. So may it be in the name of Lord Rael. But we're going to continue. It's not over yet. Psalm 46 and 9 says, He shall make wars cease throughout the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields in fire. Psalm 72 verse 3 says, Then may the mountains bring peace to the people, and the hills bring righteousness. Psalm 110 verse 6 says, He will judge the nations, heaping up the dead, and he will crush the leaders far and wide. It's not your place to make war. Not in this day and age. Nor is it your place to make violence. The Lord abhors violence. He's against it, except where it's necessary, to protect life. And truly, you don't have to strike a blow at anyone to stop them from being violent. You got to think about that. Somebody hits you in the face. What's the meaning of that verse when someone strikes you on one cheek, you offer him the other? Well, you could take it many different ways, but truly the meaning of it, as it applies to you, as it applies to me, if somebody hits me, I don't need to hit them back. Think about that. If I'm going to offer them any cheek, I'm probably just going to give them a real tight hug, pinning their arms to their sides. And yeah, I'll probably lean in with my other cheek because this cheek already hurts, so I'm going to lean in with this one and give them a nice tight hug. Stop them from hitting me. I don't have to hit them. I don't have to be violent to end violence. I don't need a gun to stop somebody from shooting me. Matter of fact, that might cause the police to shoot me. You have a police state on the horizon, United States, Babylon. And that's the sign of the very end of your world. And you want to go down in a blazing glory? There's no glory there. I'm a chaos. You don't want to see what happens next, and you're not protecting your family with those guns. On the contrary, you're painting a target on you and everyone around you. Would be a righteous fury that's laid down upon you. just for bearing arms against a governance of any sort, whether they be foreign or domestic. You may have a right according to your Constitution, but you don't need it. Think about that. And think about this. Tomorrow we're going to talk about this in greater detail, but think about this just for today. While you're celebrating the Lord's Day and not independence from the crown, but obedience to the crown, think about this. The devil was put here to test you. He's not your enemy. I know you like to think he is. I know you were taught he was, but he's not. Read the book of Job if you're not sure. There's a lot of details there about what the devil does when it comes to the faithful. He's not even your adversary. He's Christ's adversary. The one who represents you, the one who stands between you and the Father is Christ. But there's another that stands between you and the Father, and that's the devil. You have your defense in Christ, and you have your prosecution in the devil. You have one trying to prove that you're worthy, and you have another trying to prove that you're not. Both are doing their very best and quite well in their tasks. It's up to you who you prove correct. Think about that and know that your true enemy is neither of them. Your true enemy is within. That is the adversary that you must overcome. Leave the devil up to Christ. He's already got him taken care of. Okay? All right, family. I love you. Make the right choices. And if you're not sure about the circumstances that'll bring you to obedience to the Lord, just take a leap of faith. We already discussed that earlier this week. Yes, that was for you. I can't tell you to do something that I wouldn't do myself. But I can tell you that you know what the right thing to do is. And you know that the Lord will protect you if you do the right thing. Let's just do it. You're the only one that's stopping you. I believe in you. And I'll see you soon.